Despite their cheating ways with that gaining life, we got there. And I knew I had enough things with the sharpshooter that if I could draw any of the things that, oh god, really? Any of the, this is a good card too. But I'm gonna take that Hellkite. If I'd drawn any of the things with Mobilize, I could have done, if I'd drawn anything with Mobilize, I could have killed him the next turn by just attacking. So they would have need to find removal for the sharpshooter as well, or the thing with Mobilize. So, I had to play the Corey Steel Cutter out at that point. I think so I could have, the hasty spell, was interesting too. Oh man. Okay, so there's a Dragon Claw Strike, a Shrine Keeper, a Wildling, a Pummeler, a Brigade. If I want to just run back the Boros, I can just take the Brigade here. I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to take the Wildling or the Shrine Keeper and just go 5-color. I do like Dragon Claw Strike too, though. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Wildling. Let's go. The best decks in Dragonstorm was either Boros or 5-color bullshit. Basically. You know, Teamer and Sultai. It was whatever combination of triple colors you wanted to do. Teamer, Sultai, or like 5-color. It depended, but it was just like rares was the other thing. All right, so we can go Monastery or Tawnyback or Pummeler here. Perfectly fine either way. I'm gonna go the Monastery. Yeah, the top tier decks were like basically Rare Soup or ooh, another Wildling and an Opulent Palace, a Toon Hunter fine, so on and so forth. Okay. But yeah, Boros was the fun police. Boros was technically the strongest deck. It just was it crushed everything. The most fun to play though was the Soup. But I am really sad about that last game. That would have given us Mythic and the trophy. But they just, ugh. I just needed one more thing. I think. At any point there where we drew like 3 lands. Any one of the first 2 lands being something else, and I think we win. Oh well. Alright, Dragon's Prey. Nature's Wisdom isn't awful. Sultai Devotee is fine. For an early drop. I think I'm gonna take the first Dragon's Prey and see where we end up. How many what? Okay. Dispelling Exile's fine, but we're just gonna keep going with our Wildling, zoo. Teamer Devotee is only good against Boros. It is not good in any other matchup. It is very good against Boros. It is awful in anything else, against anything else. Skyrider and the Maneuver are the best cards in this pack. Could take a Whisper, could take a Crotic. Just to hold the ground against Boros again. Ooh, Hollow, Resolve, and Charge. We're gonna take a Charge here. But I wouldn't mind either of these. Okay, Resolve over... I don't like this card. I think it's too slow. In the mirror, it's fine. Like, if you're gonna run, like, against another 5-color weirdness mirror, then it's okay. But otherwise, no. Alright, so these are technically 1-drops. These are my lovely little spells. No, it's still something you have to weigh. Like, the little Teamer dude. Fixer. Almost all of the green one and the black one are better. And the white one, of course. Okay. So, Sago Pummeler is really important, and I think I'm going to take it here over the Alchemist's Assistant. I don't even know how much black I'm going to run, and this card is excellent. I don't like any of this. Ugh. I don't like where this is going. I don't want to be an Abzan. All right, there's an Evolving Wilds here, a Dismal Backwater, both of which are fine. I'm not going to go into Absence. I'm not going to take the Skirmish Rhino and that often wheels anyway. I'm going to take this Stormbrood. I love this card. I think it's great. Yeah, I don't think the aggro deck is really good yet that I've seen based on what we have here. All right, we've got Armament, Stormplane, Whale, Leopard. I always really like having a Leopard in a deck. There's also the Bloodfell Caves. This is interesting. This is really nice against Boros. I think I'm going to take it here over the Bloodfell and the Stormplane. Even over the Dragon, which is kind of sad. Ooh, Avenger and Thornwood? God damn it. So this is the card we were missing out of that previous deck. This is the card that would have just won us so many of these crazy things. Oh, and so nice. I'm going to take the Avenger here because I do think we're heavily in black at this point over Roamer's Routine and the Thornwood Falls. But I am really sad that we don't get the war effort when we're in the other deck. At least we managed to get somewhere with the other deck anyway. I don't really have blue now, right now anyway. I'm expecting to get some blue eventually, but I think somebody else at least is in dragons, which is annoying. Downside of Temur DVT, it can't attack. You spent two mana on a 3/3 that can attack. It has defender. That's bad in this format. Okay. So a second synchronized charge is pretty damn crazy. I think I'm supposed to take that over the Leopard and the Cliffs and the Storm Shriek. Okay. There's a Death Gorger that I wouldn't mind here, an Einok Wayfarer that's pretty good. Narset's Rebuke is always fine. Another Sarkhan's Resolve wouldn't be the worst. And of course there is that Scoured Barrens. It's a really late Shock Brigade. I have watched some anime, yes. I wonder if I'm supposed to give up on the red and go for the white more than anything and just take this Marshall. Or if I'm supposed to lean more into the red early. Ugh, I hate it. I could take Kintree Nurturer, that's not bad, but I'm gonna take this, it's just a better card. Okay, Sage is very good. Venerated is fantastic in the token producing deck, but we don't really have that. Sibsig is nuts, and I love it. But I think I just need the Sage here. God, man. Ugh. Also, these two are great. Kintree is very good. There's another Dragon Spray. I think I like the Exile. The Kirin is also an interesting choice here. That's a second Shock Brigade. What are people taking? Dear Lord. Okay, fine. We're gonna Abzan. I could. Ugh. All right. I'm sold. I wish I could take this Abzan Devotee at the same time as I'm taking this, but we're taking this. Taking an Armament Dragon over Bloodfell Caves. What do I have that's red at all anymore? Nothing, right? All right. There's the Devotee. Freaking Bone Cairn Butcher as well. All right. Ugh, I really hope I don't have to run this, but I will if I have to. Yep, Death Gorger is a nice pickup. Lightfoot Technique, maybe. Laced, sure. There's also a Blossoming Sands, but I think I can't take that over. The Encroaching Dragonstorm is also very good. And the Leopard. All right, let's take this. Oh, Breaker. Nice. Evolving Wilds, Rakshasa. Okay. The lands for land fixing are a little bit less important because we do have 3 wildlings right now. The Mystic Monastery is useless for the most part, so I'm probably not going to run that. Wow. Okay. Devotee, Vanguard, Pummeler, and Jungle Hollow all really good here. I think I have to take the Jungle Hollow over the Devotee, although that is also close. I'm going to take the Devotee, actually. Again, 3 Sagu Wildlings, and the Devotee itself fixes for black, so I'm actually going to take that. It's a good 2-drop. I need 2-drops because I want to make sure that I can play this on, like, 3 and put a counter on something and do stuffs. All right, Crotic is almost is not. I'm not happy to run Crotic. I'm not really happy to run the Brigade in this deck. Don't really like the Earth Carver here. Not really excited about that. Marshall is kind of whatever in this one. And then Lightfoot Technique. Like, all of this I'm not excited about. The rest of it's good. Like, quite good. Yeah, we did pass the Falithar. Absolutely. It's annoying, but there we are. So this is the core of the deck. I just have to find more stuffs. So, and we remember that these two can just be spells on 2, so they're not, like, actually that expensive necessarily. Yeah, Falithar would have been sweet. Piercing Exhale. Oh, okay, actually, let's take the Alchemist Assistant at this point. Although, Defibrillating also interesting. No, we're gonna take the Alchemist, I think. A third synchronized frickin' chart? What the? Tomb Guard is not very good, except in this deck it might be. I think I'm taking the third synchronized though. This is a sick card. All right. Practitioner's not awful in this deck. I don't think we're actually going to be running that. I don't know whether I'm going to run a Roamer's routine. I don't think so. So I think I'm going to take this as a possibility. Okay, Undergrowth is fine. Oh, Snakeskin Veil. Shnikes. Oh, I really want both of those. I think we take Snakeskin. That's very close, though. Dismal Backwater. Reputable Merchant. I do have a Merchant already. Are we Delta Blood flying in this frickin' deck? I might Delta Flow. I might. Jungle Hollow Wield, nice. Okay, so this is a, I mean, it's not where I wanted to end up, but I should have taken a Felthar earlier if I was going to end up in here, but it's not the worst either. I really, really, really wish I'd gotten the other Golgari Signpost uncommon. That card, doubling the counters, or like, sorry, or Hardened Scales, I think it is, it gets an extra counter whenever you put a counter on things, is so good in this deck. God, I really want that 3-drop, the 3-drop uncommon Golgari card. All right, so the 2 situational cards. Even though this can recur 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, that's great. This is less situational. It's still at its best against Boros because you want to do the -1/-1. This is best against other things. Any decks with graveyard recursion like ours, with the Renew off the 2 Pummelers and the Sage and the Laced Prowler, etc. So those are the 2 most situational cards that we have in the removal spells. This is another one. Target creature with flying. But it does have the +3/+3. So again, it's less situational, I feel, than the Betrayal. The Betrayal is horrible against a Boros deck. Because it just poops out tokens and you're just like, cool, sacrifice a 1/1. Now, so those are the 3 that are possible to cut. 1 or more of those. As far as the spells go. Amongst the creatures, depending on how many things that require white, this doesn't require white. You can pay the 4 instead of the 3. Amongst the creatures that require white, I'd rather splash the dragon and the absorb essence off this than the skirmish rhino. However, this is one of our only things with trample. And that just wielding this is really nice. That said, this already gives trample, so that's still good. It's just not as good. So this might just be a little bit too greedy to run, given that we have so many other things. The Delta Bloodflies I really don't like, but it does wear counters and it is a flyer. Wears counters well and it is a flyer. And I have a lot of things to put +1/+1 counters on things. So I think the Rhino's likely a cut. And if I cut the Rhino and I'm just running the Armament Dragon that's requiring white, again, we can play this at 5 rather than playing it for 2 for the Absorb Essence. Then I probably want to cut at least 1 Wildling I don't mess with the lands until I messed with the deck. You never want to do that because you don't know what you're playing, so you don't know what you need as far as mana. So we never touch the lands until we're finished with the deck. So let's see. I don't want to cut all of these. I definitely want to keep at least either the Resolve or the Whale of War or both. I think probably the Strategic Betrayal gets cut. And we have to just acknowledge that we have to get under the other big rare decks. Even though I do like this card. I especially like this card if you get it on 2 against a Boros deck. At least you're getting something. Not a token, usually. But you might just get a 1-2 Mardu, dude. But I think I cut the Strategic for now, even though it can be quite good. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do think we cut the Rhino. I do think we cut 1 Wildling. And then the question is, since this can be cast for 2, right? Let's say we're going to be casting this on round 3 to put a counter on one of these, right? This can be cast as a spell on, you know, probably like 4 or something like that for a white source that we fetch up. So given that, do I cut a land? Do I run 16 lands? Before I count what color they're going to be, obviously. Do I run 16? I do have something that mills. Wait, where's my something that mills? There's something that mills, right? Did I have one? This can mill, but I don't have to. Dragonstorm, welcome, waiters! Sorry I missed that. I'm still building this. I hope your stream was lovely. I hope you had so much fun. We're just in the middle of a Dragons of Tarkir draft. Trying to build the deck before I lose. Kind of like the flyer early to put counters on. What if I ran 41 instead of cutting a land? Because I do want to make it to 4. So this is 8-8-1. I'm not running the Rhino. We already established why. It's not enough payoff for the white that would need to be run for it. And I'm not going to run the 3rd Sagu if I don't need another white source. Like, the only thing that requires white is this now. This does not require white. So we only have one thing that requires white. And I think it's fine to run it because it puts +1/+1 counters on things. And it's big enough. I could just cut it. That's not bad. But I don't know what I'd put in for it of all of this. Maybe the Merchant, but no, I don't think so. I just want another big flyer, I think, at that point. Well, I mean, actually, I could just cut it. What would I run instead? Earth Carver, maybe? Yeah, probably. And that might be right. With 3 synchronized charges, it might just be right to just get out early and then, yeah, get out early, put counters on them, and then if they put enchantments on, you know, stuff that I can't attack with, you just sacrifice it to this. If I am running 16 lands, that might be right. I won't need the Sagu Wildlings that much in that case, though. So they might have to go as well. Yeah, let's cut the armament. Let's go 1 more source of green. Let's put the Earth Carver in. Earth Carver is a nice little combo with the Devotee. Sometimes. But I want to be able to cast this. The Absorb Essence is so good. So I still need to run a Plains anyway. I still want to go slightly higher on the green. So 9 sources of green and 7 sources of black, because I do want to be able to play the Wildlings on 1. And Formation Breaker is the best of our 2 drops. Hey, Summers Abroad, how you going? My evening is interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, I don't think I want that 6 drop in here. I think it's just not impactful enough. All right, let's try this. Blood Moon Phobia. Frickin' yikes, man. Chat, am I gonna draw a 2-drop, specifically Formation Breaker? All right. All right, so play a Devotee out first. Actually, if that's their play, red. Okay. The question was whether to play the devotee out this turn because we don't care if it dies. It can just come back. Or the assistant, which can put counters on things. I think we still like this. All right, snakes can veil +1/+1. This goes in here. So they're in Teamer and got perfect there with this. Okay. I have no requirements for double black, correct? No, but definitely double green, which we already have triple green. So let's fetch up the white source. And no attacks. A 1/4 is stopping my deck! This is how you know these colors are weak. I'm gonna get Jess Guide, like, the, like, 7-drop Jess Guide, aren't I? I'm just realizing this. Juvies! Elefanti! I don't want them to have that much mana the next turn. That seems bad for me. Alright, let's see what they do. Oh, do not like. Oh, do not like at all. Ah, bugger. I can't give them a free attack with that Shrine Keeper. But I also can't get in for damage without attacking with the Pummeler. Well, that sucks. Oh, thank goodness that Karakik is gone. For now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, our stuff is just outclassed by the 5-color stuffs. Abzan's the weakest of the colors, of the tricolor stuffs. Decent start until this. That's a problem. $17 cards to our 27. Huh. Oh, this is so bad. Let's go. None of this is correct, by the way. I just have no way of winning. So, I'm doing my best. So I can keep the Pummeler, I can keep the Host. I think it's more important to keep the Pummeler. So they can't just draw free here. I'm sure I'm going to lose this game, but I think this was the best move I could possibly try for. Hey, Tarkir! How you doing? There's some small chance that if they have literally no interaction and we draw into more synchronized charges, that I could find a way to win this game, but it's not highly likely. Jesus Christ. Mono Mammoth Bellow deck. Hey, Flesh Eating Gnome, welcome. How was your stream? Hope you had a great time. We're in the middle of getting pummeled by a better deck. Well, I mean, our deck can have explosive draws, but it depends. We were doing fine until they played this card. And then we were like, I can't attack with my pummeler anymore. And then they drew into, like, chaining bellows. It was rough. What did they do? Oh. Wait, what the fuck? What did they do? Like, they played one of these. Then they tapped a blue source for what? I don't even know. I don't have 2 creatures in the graveyard. I do like being able to play this and just get the host back and then play the host so that I can keep my counters. Oh, that's interesting. Oh no, they have a counter spell. So when I go to cast this host, it's not gonna work. Oh man. That sucks. Still my best play. Oh, nope, okay, it does work. So I attack with the Sagu. They get in with the Shrieker the next turn. I think we just attack with the Assistant this turn. Unfortunately, I would love to attack with the Sagu, but no. Alright, let's kill the Elefanti. And then let's put 5 counters on the host. Nah, it's gotta be the Devotee. Yeah, I wish I could attack with this. We're just gonna give them too much time. They're gonna find something crazy. Yikes. Okay. Oh no, really? You but pump for that? Alright. That sucks for me. Oof. It's a biggin! Don't touch it. Hey, Jennifer! Hey, Chains! Thank you so much for the tier 1! Thank you so much for your support of the stream. You're so kind. 43 months, holy crap. Thank you. What did they just do? Unending Whisper again? Jennifer, you said Tron Ares is not good. I heard that it wasn't good from someone else as well, so... Alright, well that's tapped. They drew a card. They're at 11 cards. Once they hit me for 5, they're gonna... or 6 here. They're gonna be at 10 cards. Trample on this would be pretty good right now, I think. Aw, man. Huh. Lifelink and Hexproof. When this creature enters, remove up to all counters from target creature. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Alright. I'm gonna hold this up in +2/+2 and lifelink and hexproof for now. So they have 9 cards left. That's plenty of time for them to find something that beats us. I gotta find... Well, actually, we have a number of good draws. Feral Deathgorger, another Saga Pummeler, Dragon's Prey, 2 Synchronized Charge. Yeah, okay. What? That's not correct, but okay. And let's death touch the Attuned Hunter right now, I think. I could block one of these and do the +2/+2 lifelink, but I don't think we do that. I think this is fine. Yeah, that seems good for me. Alright, gain 1. Ooh, nice. Okay. What do you do? Exile up to 2 cards from... yeah, let's do that. So the Pummeler... and what? Actually, doesn't really matter. Let's go Shrieker, Shrinekeeper. Alright, so they have 7 cards so left after this draw. Okay. Nice. Six cards. 5 cards. Right on time, Formation Breaker. Right on time. Oh. We're not gonna attack into... I'm not risking any of that crap. As far as like trample goes. I'm just gonna put some counters on this and then pass the turn. I mean, I could synchronize and attack with a breaker as well, but I just wanna pass, hold these up. I don't think I can lose from this point unless they have a particular card that I'm scared of. The worry here, it looks like they might have recursion here, and shuffle like 4 cards back. That would be annoying, but I haven't lost yet, so there's not too much in here that I'm worried about at all either way. All right, let's see what they do. Okay. I think we let that happen. Now if they go for it on the Guardian again or something, we just Sarkhan's Resolve or use the Storm Brood. Okay. Whew. Okay. All right. That was a hell of a game. Oh, come on. Not a green source? We have more green than black. Hey, Cape Town, I have 2 things to play, but they're not very powerful. I have 9 sources of green to draw and an Abzan devotee. So that's 10 sources. I think I'm supposed to keep this. It sucks that this is the game for Mythic that I don't think I'm supposed to go down a card here. I think I'm supposed, because I have 2 plays. Gonna play the Delta Bloodflies. Oh, bugger. Okay. Because there's also a lot of black cards that I can just play off 3 mana. That is a problem. Are you serious? This sucks. Oh well, looks like we're gonna lose this one. Whenever I get this card, I never get it on 2. Look at that perfect Mardu mana, no fixing. Alright, there's the land. Now, I have to think hard about this. Good night, Remote Air! Okay, I need to find removal for that Surveyor. And basically, it's just Dragon's Prey. It's Kintree Severance can't deal with it. Sarkhan's Resolve can. So Dragon's Prey and Sarkhan's Resolve. Alright, I think it's Host. Next turn I can Sagu up a land and then play Sage or Formation. Oh, it's fucking flying, right. Yeah, I'm just gonna lose this one, aren't I? Fudge. Okay, well, okay, hold on. So if I fetch up a black source, next time I can remove the counters from that. But if I fetch up green source... Okay, hold on. A green source and I can double spell. I think it has to be green source and double spell. That's rough. The lifelink could be very useful there. But next turn I can do this, remove the counters on the Surveyor. We'll hope that's enough. So I can't win if I kill the Nightblade Brigade, right? They block here, they take 5. If I purging, remove the counters on this. Oh, that's interesting. It sucks to lose that, and maybe I shouldn't have attacked with it, but I think it was the only way to really push. I'm sad that they have another Death Toucher, but... Oh, that's a sweet one. Okay, mythic. There we go. But for example, Ixodron flips things face down, and the only things that would be able to flip back up would be things with morph or like things that have similar abilities. All right, let's try this. Life from the Roam. So I'm gonna go fetch up the white source because I don't need double black. And we already have double green, which I do need. Well, I have no curve. Too bad. Do. Another teamer deck. I probably am just going to play out the Pummeler. I'm not going to Whale of War here just to kill an Appraiser. I'm gonna get to be able to charge with stuffs. Nice. 2. Alright, we're gonna hope they don't have anything to directly deal with the Stormbrood this turn. And then we're gonna hope to do that the charge does some work. Oh, Eshki is a problem. Eshki is so much of a problem. God damn it. Christ. Oh, thank God they did that. Oh, thank God they did that. Christ. Okay. I think we have to end the turn. But we were gonna lose if they did not block with that. And it was so good that they did. We're probably still gonna lose. Like, I'm ready, but that was gonna crush us. Suppose I could have synchronized charge there. I don't think I'm supposed to. It's close, because we do have 2 more. I could have played this out and then done it prior and missed out on 1 damage, but I don't think that's correct. Because this would be tapped and... yeah. Yeah, I thought you might have something like that. Alright, let's see what they do. Gaining life is cheap. Woo! Despite their cheating ways, with that gaining life, we got there. Um. Boros. Monkey! No box. Okay, I can either attack here and use the resolve, or I can play the blood flies out to set up for the synchronized charge. I think that's better. I just have to hope they can't kill me this turn, I think. I'm not blocking with this, though, so I can see whether they block, but they just block with this, I think. I think we just have to hope that the next turn is pretty good. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be pretty good. Okay. Interesting that they didn't block with the 2/1/1s on the assistant. No, my charge! God damn it. Okay, that's annoying. Ah, that's so annoying. Okay. I think it's better to play as a more efficient use of mana. I can double spell these next turn. It's a little awkward. I could destroy this before they could block. But I think I'm just supposed to plus if they don't block. I think I was supposed to give them the opportunity not to block. It's close, though. It might have been wrong. Yeah, because if I destroy, do the 5, then both of these are lethal next turn, as long as something else still has a counter for the blood flies, really. I just don't want them tapping down stuff. I don't know. I think, yeah, maybe I should have just killed it. But if they didn't block, I had lethal. I don't know. They didn't tap anything down. This has reach. Looks like they have a removal here. What? They have mass pump? We could lose here. But let's hope we don't. I don't think I've heard that story. They might be doing the math. Best draw is like... Oh, shit. I think this is my best play. So they sack a creature, everything gets +1/+1 and is indestructible. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't think I die. Oh, shit. Still not dead. Okay, good. Whew. And I drew another land. Okay. Alright. If they don't have an answer for Formation Breaker, we're doing pretty hot here. Wow. Good value. All right. So I think what I'm supposed to do here is play Avenger of the Fallen. If they remove it, then I can at least Absent Devotee plus Synchronized Charge the next turn. All right. They have a pump spell. What is this? I actually think I'm not supposed to block here. If it's a pump spell, then it's a pump spell, and I don't want to deal with that. I want to be able to synchronize charge next turn. Okay. All right. I have to decide whether I think Formation Breaker or Avenger is going to give me a better game here. And it could also just be doing like 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. The white dragon spell thing. So I think I'm still supposed to no block here. Let's see what they do. Because losing either of these means I don't get to synchronize charge for enough next turn. Like, I can kill something, certainly, but... What is this? All right, I've decided this is worth it. I'm not sure, but I think this is a better play than not doing it anyway. Because they can kill one with whatever spell they have. Maybe they have two, but I was always going to get got by that at some point. And the Sage can sit back and block and get value out of the graveyard anyway. All right. All right. That went better than I thought it would. We have the Whale of War to get stuff back as well. Well, that's annoying. All right, we can Kin Tree Severance the Armament Dragon. Well, that's annoying too. Let's see. I guess we Kin Tree that now before they might have a protection spell like a what's it? But since they put the counter on the Botanist, I can't get through with the Formation Breaker just yet. Snakeskin Veil, that's the one, yeah. That I would be worried about. Aw. That doesn't put it in my graveyard. Marshall. So if I Dragon's Prey the Botanist and attack with both... See what they do. That seems pretty good for me. No! Come back! Alright, that's fine. Oh, that's really tempting. I can Whale of War to give -1, -1, -1, -1 here, so it's only going to give -1, and this just dies. But this is still a 2-for-1 trade for me, so I'm just going to play out the Pummeler. It's not lethal, so we're just going to attack with the Pummeler and play the other Pummeler. But these should be lethal next turn with both, in theory. Alright, let's go charge. Yep. Alright, they're dead. Okay. These mugs are like... So, I love my John Oliver mug more than anything, but when I really just want, like, a buttload of tea, these mugs are so awesome. They're so large. And I love the way the handle's shaped, because you don't burn yourself on the edge. The Real Killer Dub, welcome, welcome! I don't think I can keep this. I think I have to mulligan this hand. Oh my god! Hey, no worries, no worries. I hope your stream was awesome. Malamet, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming. Thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. Really appreciate it, Malamet. Hypes to you. Thank you so much for your support of the stream. Thank you for the Bezos bucks. I'm gonna keep 6. Unfortunately, I think we've lost now. That's 2 hands with, like... one creature or fewer in a row. That's too bad. And it's the same creature that we had in the first hand. I should have just kept the first hand. But it didn't do anything for 4 turns. Oh, well. Come on, deck. That's just sad. They can just sack the 1/1s to the Earth Carver to make it bigger. I think we just lose this game, unfortunately. There was it was Mardu on the play with a Shock Brigade on 2, and then we just didn't draw anything to play. Even if I play this, I'm not going to be able to keep it. I think it's probably dead. They've got enough creatures on the board for that to happen. At least I didn't waste a good draw on this hand, I suppose. Oi. Alright. Too bad. Basically any of the removal that they have access to kills it. Alright, let's just go to the next one. Alright. Well, this is a slow hand too, and opponent's on the play, but I'll keep it. I've got my colors of mana. Hopefully we can draw into like a creature or two that's early. Alright, I'm gonna find a green source so that we have our 4th land and double green. In theory, if they play a lot of other 1 toughness things, I can Whale of War and do stuffs. But it doesn't look like they're gonna be doing that. Unless it's like Sibsig on 3. Yeah, see, this is why I put a lot of 1 and 2 drops in my... Like, sorry, at least a lot of 2 drops in my deck so that I would actually have things to play on 2. But, no. I'm going to do this, I think. No, see, that's what I wanted to put that on. Aw, oh, man. All right, well, at least I can play it and protect it with the snake skin. But the dragons are going to start coming down now, and then the Roiling Dragonstorm will give them too much card advantage, in theory. Alright, I have options here. This might not be the best one of them, in all honesty. Like, I could just play the Sagu Pummeler and then have shields down, or I could play the Jungle Hollow plus the Sultai Devotee and, like, have the Snakeskin Veil up. Alright, show me. Sure. Now this is shaping up to be an interesting game. Interesting. So I could have kept up both the hexproof here and this, but I think we want this devotee on the board just in case they have other things to do. It's close though. They could have another counter spell here. Okay, that was really good for us that they didn't. Hells yeah! Alright, alright, alright. Alright, we're gonna grab white. RNGs, welcome, welcome! We're in the middle, well, at the end of a, Tarkir Dragonstorm draft. Okay, let me think. Alright, I think we're playing Alchemists first. And not playing out this Plains yet. Oh, God. Fudge. Well, we're effed. It was nice knowing you, chat. I have Dragon's Prey. I have Kintree Severance. I have a number of combat tricks that could... Oh, bugger. That could work. This is so brutal. Well, I can remove the counters, actually. Hold on. What? So if I attack with all of these... I mean, if this is +3/+3, I lose. Yeah, so if I go for the +2/+2 and lifelink and try to kill that... And they have the +3/+3, I lose. So I think we just go next to damage. And then we do this. And I could kill either, but it's just better to remove the counters off the Warden. They might have destroy target creature with flying. They might have hexproof. They have a punch spell? Oh, the piercing thingy? Yeah, piercing exhale? Okay. Ugh, a white source? Uh-oh. So I'm glad we didn't go for the hexproof +2/+2 on that turn. Stop! I hate you. Alright. I gotta hope the Wildling gets there in 2 turns. I doubt it will. But, that Warden of the Grove is such a stupid frickin' card. Oh, fuck. I do think I'm supposed to block. I know they don't want me blocking this, but I think I'm supposed to block this, because it can get bigger, and I don't want it to. Alright. Oh, the land is not what I needed. Alright, if they don't find removal for the wildling, or a flyer, or reach, or whatever the fuck they could have, then maybe I'm okay. I hate you so much. You drew 3 fucking piercing exhales in the top 14 cards of your deck. That is ridiculous. You jerk. With your broken rare. Chat, I think my opponent's cheating. I'm pretty sure they're cheating. Yeah, what the fuck is the red doing in here? Like, what the... 4 fucking piercing exhales in the top 15 cards? 16 cards. But if you, like, count the Evolving Wilds. If they attack like this, and I draw exactly one of the 2 remaining... Sorry, one of the 3 synchronized charges, then I can win, I think. Because I think it's 5 to... Oh, fuck that. No, I still can. I still can if... No, because if they put a counter on the Prowler, then I lose. Oh, wait. Nope, I still can if I draw exactly that. I did not draw exactly that. This sucked. They played 2 rares to our 1 Avenger. And then 4 fucking piercing exhales. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? We have, by the way, we have a 3 of in our deck. We have 3 of the card that would win us the game here because they didn't put a counter here. So we have 3 outs that absolutely just win us the game, and it was the synchronized charge. Right here. Because I can pay the full 2. So if I put 6 count, like if it gets to 6 power, they can't block it on that board. So all I needed to do was draw 1 of these 3 and I just win that game right there. But unfortunately, I couldn't draw 1 of my 3, whereas they drew 4 piercing exhales, which is just so much fun. And they had Warden on 3, which was just... We have removal for it, clearly, but we just didn't find it. Okay. So we'll go fetch up the white source. Again, we just don't seem to be curving out, for the most part. That's a shame. We just want to hit creature into one of the 3 synchronized charge. That's the main goal of this deck, and we just haven't really done that much of the time. But yeah, I'm gonna fetch up the white source with the Sagu, Wildling, and then hope that we draw well from there on out. Because you already do have the 2 green sources that we would need if we ever drew our Laced Prowler of our own. But nope, we drew another forest, because reasons. Alright. Seriously? Alright. This sucks. I have so many 2 and 3 drops. I have so many. Why is this my life? Mm-hmm. Cool. God, this deck does not want to draw well right now. Mm-hmm. This sucks. I can pull this back at the end of their turn, or I can kill a 3/1 that can come back whenever anything else dies. This is unbelievable. I have 17 creatures in this deck, and I can't draw them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 creatures? 16 creatures, and I can't draw them. Alright. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Brutal. I wish I could have had them block first. But if I then do the +2, they could still kill it with some stuff. So if they like double blocked or anything like that. So I went for the bigger life point swing. I absolutely have to draw some creatures soon, or I will lose. So you're telling me you have another one of these? I don't think we block. I can go for the win. I think I do. Okay. Because we were going to be eating both of their creatures anyway, no matter what, even if they had removal for that in response. So, felt like it was worth it because I still had the creatures in the graveyard to pull back and do the things. I did get to play maximum games on that draft. That was a thing we did. Definitely. Okay. Yay, trophy. I was definitely not expecting this to trophy either. I do think we got very lucky, and I was hoping to get luckier. As always, but there we are.